of young Republicans. I'm wondering your thoughts on that, and does this reflect, is it just some bad young apples in this chat, or do you think that there's a toxicity around the entire party?
Some bad apples. These are the future of the Republican Party. This was so vile. It is hard to find the words to put into context that these are people who are part of a political party, one of two major political parties, and they believe in gas chambers and rape and discrimination based on the color of people's skins. These are racist, sexist, disgusting remarks. And I would say this. We have a leader from the Republican Party in this state, the highest ranking individual, who in the backdrop of all this calls our candidate for mayor, one of our candidates for mayor, a jihadist and a terrorist, and then somehow says, oh, what they said, these young Republicans, was wrong. Like, look at what you say yourself. Look at your inflammatory words. And maybe they have an effect on these young people, many of whom you support and have supported you. And you ought to just do a little re-examination of how far this has gone, where this is normalized enough that thousands of texts are uncovered. This is not one person saying they love Hitler. This is a whole lot of people saying things that are so disgusting and so abhorrent that everybody from the president on down should condemn them. And there's got to be consequences. Kick them out of the party. Take away their official roles. Stop using them as campaign advisors. There needs to be consequences. This bullshit has to stop.
Governor, are you going to be holding a public
tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Yes, 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 indeed. Welcome once again to the Independent Black Voice. I'm your host, beatzillapdx official. And we are here live once again, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a minute, but we are finally here once again. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Welcome. Like I said, we are here live, and I probably still sound a little congested or stuffy, which I am, but we are here. There was a good sick coldness, cold or whatever going on around here, and then mixed with the drastic weather changes was a beast. So, but we are here. We are here. So please, as you are coming in, like and share. If you are on X, come over here to the YouTube channel. If you're on Facebook, come over here to the YouTube channel. I know if you're probably on Facebook, you're probably staying there, but nonetheless, you can come on over here to the YouTube channel, the Independent Black Voice, and subscribe. And if you want, you can also become a member of this channel as well, and hit that join button. So it has been a minute, but like I said, we are here. Hopefully everybody is doing well. And there's some things we have to talk about. And the title of this broadcast is When FBA Reparations Are a Serious Conversation, the Haters Expose Themselves. And we're seeing a lot of that. And a lot of like rehashed talking points from a few years ago that I guess they figure, why let them die? So we will address that. But it's amazing to see what, has taken place over the since the last time I've went live. We have the young Republicans going super racist, full-blown racist, and, you know, watching J.D. Vance try to excuse it. And also noticing how quiet these so-called black talking heads have been on it. And we have the biggest caucus that they always brag on, the Congressional Black Caucus. Pretty much has been silent. What I just played was Kathy Hochul. It's a doggone shame that she was more vocal than any of them. And I get it because they have a current situation going on with this shutdown. But nonetheless, they could have most definitely spoke on this. But, you know, with Hakeem Jeffries and whatnot, you think how much we heard MAGA extremists. This would be a launching point for him to kind of go hard at that. But guess what? The hardest stance you've seen came from Kathy Hochul. Right after they went out of their way to honor Charlie Kirk, and they want to force people into kissing Charlie Kirk's ass. Isn't that something? Stop calling him a racist. You can't prove he's a racist. Yeah. Here's the one thing about that whole conversation about Charlie Kirk being a racist. And all of these other people, they like justifying themselves by saying, I'm not a racist. You're not the judge of that. It's to the people to whom you're offending. But they always want to come to you and tell you what they're not after they're doing racist stuff. I'm not a racist. Stop calling me a racist after doing all of this racist nonsense. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me get the chat on the screen. There you are. There you are. Hello, everyone. I see in the chat. I see a few people that came in. All right. Hold on. Let me put my glasses back on. Before we get started here. Let's see what we got. Stolen Ancestors in the building. Salute to you. Thank you for being here. And being a member. Yes, indeed. Thank you. And at my two loves. Good evening. Yes, indeed. I appreciate you for being here. That's a new handle in the chat. And we got Priscilla Taylor in the building. What's going on, my good sister? Priscilla Taylor. Said, who let Mr. Ed out without his harness? Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Oh, Key Prince in the building. Yes, yes, yes. Member for 32 months. Wow. Thank you so much for being a member for 32 months. Wow, that is a long time. Thank you so much. I'm honored. So, peace, power, blessings, protection be up on you and yours. My goodness. Thank you so much. Let's see, who else we got in the building? Reparations Nation, considering that she is anti-FBA, white supremacist as well, allegedly. Yes, indeed. And let's see. Deneen Soul in the building. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Deneen Soul. Well, I guess it might be evening out that way. So good evening, everyone out there on the East Coast. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a member. Yeah, salute to everyone. So speaking of these supremacists, one of the things that they have gotten really tied to is like the whole Charlie Kirk thing. Like, we're gonna go tell, and we're gonna go debate. Okay, it's 6:30 out there. Okay, yep. Yeah, I'm getting y'all right in dinner time. Pre-prime time. Yes, indeed. So this Charlie Kirk wannabe goes to this. I guess she thought she was going to try to do her little shtick at another college campus or at this event. And it fails miserably, rightfully so. And one of the things that, you know, these people always like to do is come around to try to get a aggressive response. And it goes absolutely another way for her. And let's check this out.
What is the first word that comes to mind when I say the name Donald Trump?
Why is that a relevant question for this event?
She's going through the security already.
The organizer.
Now, why is that a relevant question for that event? It ain't. It ain't. And see, that's the first thing. This is what entitlement looks like. I'm entitled to come and bother you at your event and start talking about something that's absolutely unrelated to your gathering's purpose. No, I just want all the attention on me. Who does that but people like this? This isn't, see, people want to act like, you know, Charlie Kirk was some big Christian and they're having some big Christian movement based off of him and whatnot. No. The kind of Christianity that they push is Satanism, which is self-worship. And everything you see them do proves it. This is the Christianity they buy into. Self-worship. So here this woman is. Why aren't these ends doing what I want? Come engage me and make me popular like the Charlie Kirk and all these other people that spend all of their time sitting up on their broadcast talking about black people. Yeah, let's hear some more.
Told me he wasn't allowed here, so.
So you are a government employee?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so am I allowed to be here?
You are allowed, but if the person who rents the park don't want you here, we can't really have you here.
Are they asking you to remove me? They're telling people not to talk to me, interrupting my conversations. Do they want you to remove me?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead and put the mic down on. Apparently, some people are having issues with the questions that you're asking them.
Okay.
So
Like
if
what?
they just have, I don't know, try not to follow them around or try to intimidate or harass them. All right, because that's the call that we're
Are you
getting.
accusing me of doing that?
No, that's what I said. We got a call for.
You got a call that I was harassing people.
Yes, ma'am.
We are here in Orlando, Florida at the Black Joy Festival. We're asking people here, what comes to mind when I say the name Donald Trump?
You went to the Black Joy Festival to ask people about a white man. Now, I know she's going to try to be like, oh, it's Donald Trump in it. You went to a Black Joy Festival. It's literally about black joy. And there wasn't a black person that you went to go talk about. You went to go disrupt their day. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word Donald Trump? I hear, get your ass out of here. That's what comes to my mind. I mean, the arrogance and pompous nature of an individual to come around and say, I'm going to come to a Black Joy Festival and ask you about Donald Trump. This is allowing too much unearned interaction. And I say unearned interaction, to give somebody your time, give somebody your energy and space of even a conversation or a dialogue, first requires them to demonstrate, not say, not use words, but demonstrate an active respect for you. Outside of that, there is no platform for a debate. That's what these people think throwing out lies is, and then saying, hey, defend the lie that I just said on your people. And that's what you hear. That's their whole shtick. Just like the Pan-Africanists. Or do I say Pan-Africrat? They all do the same thing. They make an accusation and then say that they're debating on a point. No, you're just a liar. And that's what liars do. See, having a point is saying Pan-Africanism or white supremacy share characteristics. They both are anti-black empowerment. While one uses shaming as a tactic, the other, white supremacy, also uses shaming as a tactic, but also insults. But wait, the Pan-African side also uses insults. See how I just tied my argument into an explanation? That's how that works. Now we can begin a debate. I know a lot of people don't understand that concept out there these days. So it's all about, let me say what you are. I can't prove it. I just got to keep repeating it. But today I'm going to show you about all the foundational Black American reparation haters. And there was somebody that made a post the other day and asked me a question about what I said about the money behind a lot of what you see, like with the Pan-Africrat movement going on right now, the Secure, the DNC people who are delineation hardcore 1 minute, next minute sitting up there with Boyce Watkins promoting Pan-Africanism. Remember, this is what I was talking about. The funding partners. Remember that jam woman? See, we're talking about money. And you wonder why people are turning turning away from being on code. I remember an argument in a space where Brother Jason Black and Secure the Tribe was going back and forth at it, and they were telling him about what they believed Black First meant. They believed Black First meant Black American first and only. But wow, now all of a sudden they're in support of Pan-Africanism. How many people did they run off the app based off of them being so-called Pan-Africanists? How many people did they run down on that app? Because they're all cold, they're all cold, they're all cold. You feel me? And now look at them. Man, I believe in Black unity. Unfortunately, Cloudtopia. You understand me? Because in large groups, or in some cases, large groups provide a place for people who aren't normally interesting to most people. And when the space provides the same said person with the mic, they can easily fall into the pitfalls of Cloudtopia. You understand what I'm telling you here? And then these are the exact same people that I was talking about. Because Cloudtopia, where anyone who is a great over-talker while being a bad listener, can be called or can get passed off as wise, because the spirit of wisdom clearly took a pass on all of them. Now maybe y'all can understand why a lot of people were teaming up not to like me. Yeah, I had to take my little step back a couple years ago, because I'm noticing people are moving a lot of in a lot of interesting ways. And here we are. See, the money of it is always going to make people move in a certain time frame. And right now you're seeing it. You're seeing it for your own eyes. All of this, and what is it all turned back around? They're all now somehow, and let me first, for the record, I haven't seen any of Tariq Nasheed's piece on Mauna Leo or whatever the hell her name is. I don't even know how the hell you pronounce her name. But the chick with the sexy Solon or whatever. The fact that I'm seeing the people's resistance to her being attributed to him. What? So Black America is just freaking stupid. Is that it? Is Tariq Nasheed Jesus Christ? I mean, goddamn, you really mean that one man, what was he, penetrating thoughts through walls? Through space and time? You mean to tell me everybody who subscribes to being of a certain lineage is only because of Tariq Nasheed? That is saying Black America has got to be the dumbest people walking the face of the earth, and that's the type of respect you give to them. Wow. You guys are, and here's the other one. You guys are really going after a 20-year-old artist. So if once anybody wanted again, and you wanted to know why, what we're talking about here, we're talking funding partners. But do you understand? Take a look at what's on your screen. These are the people that Jam is clicked in with, and all of that Pan-Africanist bullshit is being funded right here. And I've shown this to y'all forever. But I hope now you're understanding what you're watching manifest in front of your face throughout all of these little groups that they have found to siphon money off toward. This is what it's about. Funding partners. Thank you to our institutional funding partners who are committed to advancing reparations and transforming philanthropy for the better. Tell me, what the hell does the policy link or some of these, the Rockefeller Brothers Fund, why are they invested into reparations? The MacArthur Foundation? Are we joking? When people say follow the money, all of this Pan-Africanist talk that you hear and that they keep shoving down your throat, why we're tired of. Okay, go back to the African Union and working on them getting the buying dollar of America. Are you all following me? Delineation is throwing a monkey wrench in a lot of exploitation of Black America. Get it? It's not, see, they are using shaming tactics because you do that to people you don't have any respect for. So by referring to us and dealing with us as if we're so simple, which some of us are, we look at it as somebody is just trying to get at us. No, this is not just mimicking being us for no reason. The action of tethering, because you can't be a tether without being actively trying to intertwine yourself into our lineage. That's active tethering. And so try to finesse your way into this. Why? But it's when you have, see, this is why people are so bold. They have these promises out there right now. And so that's why they're so bold going after us. Look at the kind of money that's out here. That's why you can be comfortable talking shit. Take a look at what's on your screen. Now, this is what they're doing. Let me get this off the screen. Yeah, this is disgusting. Let me come back real quick. Okay, and this is really disgusting of these people. These are great. They are now moving into, because I seen Mark Lamont Hill have a space earlier talking about, was Dr. Khalid Muhammad a Pan-Africanist? He was a lot of things at a lot of different periods of time. I myself had the pleasure of meeting him in my teenage years. And, you know, people evolve. And I think when people start referring to, especially Dr. Khalid Muhammad, they are using certain positions. And he was most definitely pro-Black. And at one time, he's like, we're all Africans. But you do understand that at the time Dr. Khalid Muhammad passed, he will let you know that we are the Hebrew Israelites, those lost sheep. So for all of you who are trying to go out there and misrepresent him, represent him what he was in his last days. He was a pro-Black militant Hebrew Israelite. Are you willing to tell that truth? Or are you just going to stand on old footage? Well, you guys are jokes, man. Clowns. Rats. You'll take this movement and taint it as much as you can possibly taint it. With no shame. And let these people get away with it. That's what's worse. We have a 7-point plan from this brother. Let's go take a look at it. Let me get you guys off the screen for a second. All right, let's go through these points. This is Dr. Khalid Muhammad's 7-point plan of action. Number 1, end police murder, brutality, and harassment of our people. Number 2, self-defense of the Black community. Build a people's militia. Now, right there, this is encouraging the unity of our particular tribe. And this is a 7-point plan, basically plan of action, a law, if you will, of our own intertribal duty to one another. Y'all follow me? Number 3, control of the politics and economics in our communities. Build independent political, social, and financial institutions in our community. Right there. Do you understand what, like, now is anyone advocating for us to control our politics? No. What they're advocating is for our politics to control us. Right? This is what these so-called black talking heads out here, this is all they're doing. But now they want to use Dr. Khalid Muhammad and misuse and misrepresent what he stood for, especially in his last days. Was he a Pan-Africanist in his last days? Hell no. So to play old footage of him from the 80s, I met that brother in 1992. Man, there's a lot of fraudulent stuff going on out here right now. Lord. Anyway, let's go back. Number 4, build independent community-controlled schools. Now that right there in itself, you know, you would hear the Umar hustle. You gotta donate now. You gotta donate. We gotta have the school. See, we're gonna hit the school. See, and now we're gonna have all of the stuff of the school in the gym. And, you know, because we have to paint, and then we have to get the floors, and then we are going to file for a certificate of occupancy. FDMG, a building. Couldn't that have been a whole online school? And I knew in 2020 when things went to online learning that this man was not opening a school. Because, you know, when everything is online, nobody's going to be going to the building of FDMG. So how was FDMG, if it was ready to be a school, how was it going to survive during the pandemic? He wasn't worried about it. It wasn't even a thought. And then when Lord Jamar asked him and tried to help him, oh, I don't need any help. I don't need any. And unfortunately, that's been the biggest, loudest project that never was. And that's what's taken up so much time of actually putting a institution of, I guess, a new institution of black learning in the mix. And unfortunately, now that we see it's 2025, that damn school ain't going to happen. But nonetheless, it is something we need to understand. For those black schools that do exist, those need to be promoted versus the Phantom School by Dr. Umar. Moving on, number 5, reparations for the descendants of African people enslaved inside the U.S. Now, of course, we always can look at that one. Because, again, like I said, people evolve. So, like, in like terms, you could take this plan of action and evolve it into Foundation Black American. I'm sure there'll be some, oh, no, see, that's what that's saying now. Hold on, that's Africa. No, that's us enslaved here. And not everybody here came by way of ships, and all of that conversation has definitely been worked out here, so let's not even try that. Now, this number 6, free all political prisoners and prisoners of war. Well, we saw Obama make sure that Assad Shakur was on the top 5 most wanted list. So we understand how that goes. And there's still people in prison right now today. Black political prisoners here in America need to be released. And then number 7, self-determination for the black nation. And that most definitely can come by way of reparations in the first place, because having established wealth can help you do that. There seems to be all these other groups who have generational wealth. They most definitely seem to be able to undergird themselves with self-determination. But and everybody demands of the one group that has never been afforded being in that position in modern history. But yet, pull yourselves up by your bootstraps and stop acting like victims and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Let's see. What else I got to play here? Okay, going back to this. This right here. Now I'm just going to let this roll here. These are receipts that Brother Tariq Nasheed done came up with. And one has to wonder, again, when you start seeing these people making their debuts, there's another thing in, Hollywood, and there's certain rituals that go on. And one of the things that you can know or look for, in particularly with a lot of these certain practices out here, or certain, shall we say, societies, secret. One of the things you would always notice, it will be pink. For some reason, pink is synonymous with a lot of the imagery that they like using. I don't even know how to frame that, but the imagery they like to use. I'll put it that way. Let me see. Can I get this up here on the screen? That's what I want. Yeah, just a second here. There we go. Yeah. No, that's not you. Get that. There we go. Like I said, the pink, that pink thing is And then, am I tripping? The imagery is very interesting. I hope y'all understand. I know a lot of people are not religious at all, and I keep this broadcast away from the religious perspective. I mean, heavy, like leaning so heavy, I guess I could say. However, when you see what you're seeing, it is what it is, folks. So I don't want y'all to get this confused that, oh, this is harmless and this is no. Everything that's going on in this picture means something. That's just what it is. You don't believe in God? Fine. What you need to know, though, is why they believe in the devil. I'll say start there if that's the case. Don't take my word for it. But, yeah. Now ask yourself, why go after us? Yeah. Why go after us? I look back at things. Go back a couple years at the Essence Fest when India Ivory was complaining about the twerking that they were doing at Essence Fest. And then fast forward to this last Essence Fest. That was the African Takeover Fest. And then to now, wait, in between, Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes with their lies about hip-hop and the origins of hip-hop. Are y'all seeing a pattern here? Everything is targeting us. But what I think they did not anticipate was Donald Trump getting elected. And so now, who are the tethers catering to? See, this plays very well for the Democrats. But guess why I perceive this is going on? This was supposed to be time to be keeping people on top. But there is another little something coming down the pike. And I guess that's the news story of the day. They're saying Kamala Harris is really seriously thinking about running again in 2028. So I look at this as, okay, so this was all part of that Democratic plan. Again, and what's so funny is I saw a post by Consciously, and he makes a reference to Zionism. And he said FBA are Zionists. You can't watch billions of dollars be spent against us by Zionists and then say we're Zionists. That's one of the worst kind of lies to be putting out there as a black man. And that really, in my opinion, like that completely makes this guy Consciously a scumbag. To even feel that you, like when you were typing that, there was nothing about your soul that felt wrong, brother. You are literally calling black people Zionists. So you're going to bypass Charlie Kirk and all of these other people over there who are friendly and having meetings with those folks. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Then we go back to the imagery here. All I see is a bunch of initiations. From here to Twitter. What am I missing? Yeah. Yeah. There are some questions to be had, and people need to ask. You understand me? Let me get this over here. No. And you know, here's another thing. When people are bold and say, hey, kiss my ass, FBA, and when you start hearing stuff like that, that's usually a sure tell sign that somebody has been, you know, they got the call. They can do that now. Damn them niggas. See, you ours now. See, so this is what you need to do. But we got your back. Don't you worry. We got all this money over here for you. And now that you paid, guess what? You will never have to worry about what them ninjas think of you again. See, this is what selling your soul looks like. And I know y'all want to make us look pretty and sound good and all of that. No. No, this is what selling your souls. This is how it begins, baby. So while you can still be clear-eyed on these commercials and talk crazy to us, which looking, staring in the camera, remember 2 years from now, your punk ass gonna be in shades. Every interview we gonna see you in. I won't even give it 2 years. But hey, we can kiss your ass.
I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Well, fuck you then. Yeah,
You're a cracker.
Yeah, fuck you. Hey, if you disagree with black unity throughout the diaspora, just
a lot of these
be a white man.
Shut up, bitch, nigga. Now, okay, first off, these people over here don't get along. South Africans do not mess with Nigerians, and Nigerians can't stand us. They still look at us as we're pieces of shit. Did you know that? Did you have any? See, this is, I can't stand these guys. Yeah, talking against black unity. The 2 last slave ships to come to America bearing black folks came by way of who? So to sit up here with this Nigerian manager, that Akata, the reason why they talk, I'll never forget when I was in Canada. This is why they talk to us like this. And all this other shit that they talk about, how will we know who's who? I mean, I was on an event up in Canada, and every one of them different African countries that was represented there, they all knew we wasn't them. So much so that the one dude asked me, why do black Americans think they're African? We not. So when I hear all of this fighting, you guys against unity and all this, shut up, youngster. Some of us have lived in the real world, not just online, and we actually got real experiences out here, and we know when people ain't messing with us like that. That's why certain thriving communities have strong men in them, because the men can sense the danger amongst us. So pushing Pan-Africanism and this flat blackness, that is not beneficial. Okay, here, even more so just in common sense, when black folks was getting put on slave ships in Africa out of that, the doorway of no return, there was a bunch of Africans watching these niggas getting led on ships. Let the white folks write to us. For those of us who hail from that, for those of us who are from here, got hornswoggled and still stuck on a plantation after being free. So to sit up here and talk this nonsense to us, because these other folks back in before it was 2010s or 20s, I'll say, It wasn't popular to be the descendant of a slave. We were never slaves. This was their big line. And not only that, the Africans especially looked down on not just us, but the descendants of slaves from Jamaica. So there's classism even on the island. So the African Jamaicans, they don't fool with the slave descendant Jamaicans. They don't fool with Trinidadians at all. That's why the Indians rock more with Trinidadians. You don't see no African fooling with Trinis. And the Guyanese, no way. Africans don't even speak to those people. They don't even speak to those people. They'll speak to us before they speak to them. So to be over here trying to tell a lot of youngsters, yeah, they may not have that experience, but those of us who are speaking, we do. These people don't rock with us, so talk about we're against black unity. First off, that's an oxymoron of a conversation because it has to begin with the unity that we have found amongst ourselves that you're even having a complaint. Your complaint is in delineation. Delineation literally denotes unity. Because somebody has to be unified to, as a group, delineate. Correct? Did I miss something? I mean, if a group is delineating, I think by default you say that group is united. That's black unity right there, brother. I mean, I don't know. Let's hear a little more because we fuck niggas. I don't know.
And you, I know you will agree for niggas.
Well, you know, this is the thing. Niggas want to be special.
Oh, right?
Right?
Yeah.
But who they want to be special to?
Oh, we want to be special to the white man. God damn, that's so fucking suckerish. Okay, this is my problem with punks. This is my problem with punk shit like this. Okay? Church of Black Power is, oh man, what's going on, my good brother? Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a member. Yes, sir, good to see you in the house. Man, this thing right here where we're all of a sudden trying to impress white people. What's so crazy is these people all clicked in with the DNC, but the people who are the furthest away from interacting with white people, especially white people's money, we somehow want to impress. Well, I guess you, most of all, could give us the tips on how to impress white folks because you the one getting money from them. I mean, do you see the logic of these assholes? Especially consciously. You sat up there and took money. You getting 8,000 of man, they out here, they CIA agents, they go and tell, bro. Your bank book is exposed for the world to see, and you still gonna go out there with that lie. This is what I'm looking at right now. It's like, this is terrible. But this is what tells me you have to do this because no one's this dumb. And look at this idiot right here. He like, look at this fool. Look, he really think he's saying something. Who y'all want to sit up there and beat? Man, come on now. Oh, you said I got an echo? Uh-oh. Church of Black Power in the building, man. Member for 12 months. Salute to you, my good brother. Appreciate you for being here and all that you do. Certainly. I hope that echo's gone too. But man, thank you for being a member for a year, man. Yeah, salute to you, my good brother. I appreciate it. Man, peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. Man, that's what's up. Let me see how I'm sounding here. Let me see if I can hear some here. Check. Okay. It must be. Maybe it's gone. Oh man. Okay, let's get back to this guy here. Let's hear some more of this, because this is the line, and I always told you, watch out for people when they drop this line, because they can't ever substantiate what they mean by when we're trying to impress white supremacy, or we're trying to align ourselves with white supremacists, or we are having white supremacist talking points. Okay, I'm going to need you to inform me of where any of us sound like Charlie Kirk or Matt Walsh, or, any of these people, because those people have very clear anti-black talking points. And what's funny is, I have never heard Charlie Kirk say, you know what? All of black Americans who are descendants of chattel slavery, they should separate themselves from every other black group on the planet. I've never heard them say that. Yet and still, that is repeated over and over and over again, with nobody from the actual white supremacist sector ever talking like that. Let's hear more of this idiotic talking point.
Hello. So
who you niggas trying to appease to?
Oh, jeez.
We finna get into it.
White people.
And if you don't agree with it, fuck you. I don't know what to tell you. Fuck you. Who the fuck y'all niggas? Who y'all feeling like? I've been seeing you little pussy ass tweets.
Oh. Wow. So, pop your shit.
I've been seeing the pussy shit, and I just want to let y'all know I really don't give a fuck. I'm not reneging. I'm not going back on what I said. What I said was what the fuck I meant. And what I showed y'all and what I depicted in my imagery was what I felt. And if you feel some type of way, bitch, fuck you.
The arrogance. The arrogance of a deal. How many of us haven't seen this before? How many of us haven't seen this before? Really? Have we seen people like this flame out before, and they come out here, talk crazy against the black grassroots? And how does it end up for them? I hope you understand, Mono Leo, or whatever the hell your name is. When this shit go bad for you, and it will, because tools have no retirement plan. Save your money. Oh, but that doesn't matter. Because guess what? They'll find a lawsuit. So unless you want to make sure that you're never anywhere, they'll find somebody close to you to say, hey, you did this, you did that. You put them in a sexually compromising position, something like that. Your money goes. I mean, so yeah, fuck us. Good for you. But just remember how this ends. Because there's none of you who have came out your trap talking that shit to us that it's worked out any kind of great benefit for. Not one. Holla at Busta Rhymes, he's bigger than you. That nigga dropped that record, that thing went triple wood in a week. Everybody's been exposed. Lil Nas X, Cardi B. What are you talking about, lady? Think of the people still with the grassroots. And I know people don't like it, but Kyrie Irving, Oh, he didn't play away games. He banked on the home team. Career still flourishing. Oh, you people that want to play away games, man. It's a new day. A new damn day. Let's hear a little more of this ungrateful broad.
I don't know what to tell you. It is what it was. I'm promoting black unity, black community, and black love. And if that step on your toes, you a weirdo. And I don't know what to tell you.
I say it, and I've said it plenty. Fuck Pan-Africanism. That shit's a scam. And until somebody comes and brings it to us the right way, we have no need to honor any of that crap. And let's be clear. If we wasn't closing the gate and saying reparations is lineage-based, y'all was content with this program that was going on behind the scenes to exploit us. Every trader that's out here promoting this is a piece of shit to me. This is crazy. They sit up here tell you they trying to get over on you, and you still got these dumb numbskulls out here saying, well, I mean, look at how she is promoting unity. Is Sonny still with the Secure the Tribe niggas? I mean, because good grief. For those of you who are my members, go back to, because that agent space is in my members area. So for those of you who are in my members area, I hope you all have went and just took a gander, because D-Tubman put it out, but I don't believe that has, I think what D put up doesn't have the actual screen, so you can't really see who's up there. But you better know, like, if you are in my members area, there was a space that me and Black Alpha did a few years ago. And we didn't expect it to turn out that way, but we ended up facilitating a lot of people's grievances. And let me just go on the record and say something here. A lot of you are skating by with your tomfoolery because Sir Major is not present. Let me just say that. There's a lot of y'all skating by right now because Sir Major is not present. Y'all say what y'all will about that dude. But let me tell you something. He knew the people to get the right information to. So there's a lot of you. This, like, you know, you getting close to people. I'm telling you, I know. And I'm hey, church, that's at this point, I rock with West Coast dudes. And that's not saying I don't rock with everybody, but if you're going to see me like doing some strong interacting, that's going to be some strictly West Coast type shit. And I had to eliminate all of the women with the exception of Judah. And this is, hey man, I didn't step back for no goddamn reason now. But I hope y'all are seeing what was happening. And I'm telling you, when you saw me draw back, that's when I started showing you that agent lady. She was trusted in that movement, and she was down with him for 9.5 years. 9.5 years. Julia Brown. And she's proud to be a rat. Proud to be a rat. So y'all got to understand, man, we are in a position like never before. And I hope more of us take it as serious as, like, I know I do. This isn't about popularity. We are in a time like never before, ladies and gentlemen. The world. Why do you think they're talking about us? Let's go back. I need to show you how important what we are doing is. So this is why it's important to get back to the flat black Pan-Africrat, because then it starts taking this off the table and spreading it to a diasporic conversation. And that's why you're seeing all of it. Transforming philanthropy. And so now what do you keep seeing? You see all these random celebrities going to Africa, and they're going to Africa and they're being embraced as a brother. It's all a hustle. And it ain't even a hustle based on anybody melanated. From Teva to Jam. Again, I have to keep asking, why are we so important to the little hats? They are funding Pan-Africrats. Because y'all have to now hear me well, and I scream it from the mountaintops. Anywhere this Jam woman is, this is so if she's connected to any of these people, no. And so just like when you see the guy that Mana Leo's talking to, here's Consciously right here. And then here's the African Union. Are y'all seeing it? That this is what turned me off in the first place. And so, hey, for you, Don Solomon and Voices of the Ancestors and all you other assholes out there, what's Uncle Luke's buddy, Steven Johnson or Jackson, whatever the hell his name is. Hey, I didn't see Tariq Nasheed. I didn't need to. I saw this shit here. What am I supposed to be, stupid? I couldn't see it. I needed Tariq to tell me that something's wrong with this picture. Boy, you guys have lost it. You guys have lost it. And reality escapes you. Because all of us have watched this. So wait. Here. What says Khan other than having the Black American heritage flag on her back and then looking at a wall of African flags? And the fact that people are like, oh, what's wrong with you? Shut your punk ass up. You thought that all of us was too stupid to see the imagery? Get out of here. And geriatric and all the old people who are smart enough to know. Because you know why they keep attacking us older dudes? It's because we've lived enough to actually experience some shit. So we know what we see. So I imagine them to talk shit about me or Dwan B or Tariq and people like that. People of our age range. To start like, hell with those old niggas and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, please, miss me. And not by long, but I'm still under 50. So we still have lived quite a bit of life. And we were able to see, I seen 2 spaceships, two rockets blow up with people in them. One going, one coming back. I've lived through a volcano eruption. a major flood. Like all of these things happened in our lifetime. Oh, and grew up seeing the Twin Towers being present to where people who were born after year 2001 never knew they existed. We saw some shit. And I was in, how many of y'all was in school when the Challenger went? Because that was the big thing. Like there's a teacher, an educator. She's going to, on the mission here. So they played it in all of the schools. And I remember in my school, my two loves, yes, indeed. I'll never forget. We watching this joint. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just broke apart. Now that I know, now that the how everything, like that's a whole freaking horrifying story, actually, how it all went. Because come to find out, them people didn't blow up immediately like we thought they did. No, they actually blew up and got left free falling to their death. And so that was awful. But that's one of the things we saw. I lived through that shit. Watched the teacher walk over there and click. Well, she turned that TV on so smooth. And then walked onto the hallway where all the teachers, we put a movie in. I think that day we was able to watch like the movie with the cussing in it. Like, oh, it was movie day for the rest of the day too. We watched 3 movies back to back. Yeah. So I'm saying all of that. Like, y'all people who are new, especially these people who are new to even Black empowerment, the movement. Like, there's some of us who exist long before the internet. And I'll say anybody that's called me in the last 15, 20 years. Oh, yeah, I'm calling Zilla. You know they listen to my calls. So I'll tell anybody, you call me, just know it. I think they do that as a intimidation thing. People, let me tell you something. Y'all want to be over here in this lane? For real, for real? You could go through all kind of shit. And little punk ass intimidation tactics to let you know that you're being followed and watched. This is what they do. And the more of y'all that y'all becoming prominent voices out here, and if they feel that you might be able to scratch the surface here or there, oh yeah, partner, that thing that you keep noticing happening, oh, that ain't an accident. You ain't paranoid. Welcome to the revolution. Reparations Nation. I was in 3rd grade and we watched the whole thing. She finally turned it off and we talked about it. We talked about it later. I think that our teachers she was just so shocked. I mean, because goddamn, like that. For those of y'all who are too young to remember what we all saw that day, there's videos online that you can see. Watch it after this broadcast. But this, it's a space shuttle. It was disastrous before it left the atmosphere. And all the schools were just dialed into the TV because this is, of course, a teacher going to space with astronauts. And so it's a big deal. And yeah, like I said, we talked about it later. But man, she turned that TV off so smooth. She's go at my desk and get one of those videos. Oh, woo. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not funny. I'm just remembering the scene, just Lord. But it was tragedy nonetheless. But again, going back to what I'm saying all that to say they are going out of their way to try to erase the understanding of our, because I guess for all intents and purposes, you do have a lot of younger people out here with these platforms. So they may not have the same foundation of history and understanding just in the things that we have literally witnessed. We didn't have to go through a book. Like some of the things that they got to read up on and get studied on, we lived through that. So I could tell you what happened. Smooth teacher like a smooth criminal. Oh, man. I'm telling you, she just strolled over there, click, because she wasn't trying to alarm us, but there was a couple students who said, what happened? I go, I think something went wrong, but we'll see. Oh my goodness. And family, if there's new people tuning in, understand I'm drinking all of this water. I'm still recovering from a very, very bad cold. So forgive me if you're like, damn, he's thirsty. I haven't talked this much in a week. In a while. Keep it saying something definitely went wrong. Oh my God. I hate laughing. I was like, shit, what was that? 4th, 5th grade? So I was like 9 or 10. So, just looking back, yeah, it's like, damn. We've seen some shit. We have seen some shit. Okay. So moving on from Tetherina, I want to go back to the racism part. Let me see. I need to get to, where's this it? Here we are. Hold on. You, that. You. Where's this? I wish that I was one of those guys that had all the extra. Go to my iPad. You know how convenient that would be. Go to my iPad. Thank you. Glad I'm doing better. I appreciate that. Thank you. I definitely am. My wife caught a little bit of it, but she didn't luckily have to catch it. She didn't catch it as bad, but nonetheless, it is something going around. But crazy thing is, how you be losing your appetite when you get sick? Not this one. Matter of fact, it's exactly the opposite. I'm just freaking starving. I've never had a cold to where I'm consistently hungry. Go figure. I'm talking about hungry, like eating extra portion hungry. Like, doesn't make sense. Weird ass cold. Like I said, going back to this this racist. It's that West Coast fever, man. I'm telling you, Like, damn, I am hungry. Oh man, your body needed energy. It's, it's like, yeah, too. And then you get a little bit of this insomnia. It was real weird. And my wife, like I said, my wife had a little touch of it. It just wasn't as bad. But then, like, I had last week's live set. And like Friday night, it was coming on. By Saturday, I was like, hey, I don't know. Let me see if I can maybe rest up a little bit and maybe see if I can get some pep. Boy, I'm still over here recovering now. So it was just the beginning of this, whatever. It wasn't no flu, but Lord, yeah, a good solid cold. But hey, and there was people in my office that were sick, so that don't help. That don't help at all. Yeah, so needless to say, I'm coming back. I'm on the mend. So let's hear Steven Crowder. And this is my thing about these guys. You're going to take your show to a barbershop for randoms. And so I'm going to argue these points that I am finely tuned in repeating, and then I'm not going to go and get any of these people that I see also on the internet who have their stance and they literally are fine-tuned in their position. Oh, no. I'm going to go to the college campus, or I'm going to go to some unsuspecting brothers at a barbershop and have these conversations. Let's hear a little snippet.
People who are getting more and more mad. I'm just telling you the truth.
What they mad?
And they have the guns. They're mad because this thing. Here's why. They go, look, I'm 12 times more likely to be killed by a black person than you are a white person. And you go, well, that doesn't count. They go, look, my dad's business got burned down.
Yeah.
My city got burned down. I've been accused of being a racist, even though I'm not. And I'm looking at this right now, and I'm not allowed to have an opinion. And I can't go into certain neighborhoods because I get my ass kicked. And then you just say, yeah, but you've had systemic power. That is a surefire way to breed racism.
Okay, well, let me back this up a little bit. Okay.
They're mad because this thing. Here's why. They go, look, I'm 12 times more likely to be killed by a black person than you are a white person. And
how could that even happen for a person that doesn't go around black neighborhoods? Statistics prove that person on person of the same, was it nationality on nationality violence? That's usually based on proximity, So to say that you are more likely to get killed by a black person that's not true. Now, if you're living in a predominantly black neighborhood, then yes, that would be true. But there are people let's go back to Sandy Hook. Sandy Hook, for instance. No black children, no black people. All those kids got leveled by one of their own. Was that Michigan? Ethan Crumley. Same scenario. Let's see. Let's go on to all of the other school shooters. Same scenario. Oh, Charlie Kirk. Same scenario. So to say to go into, after Charlie Kirk gets blown up by his own, you say, let me go to a black barbershop and tell these brothers that I'm more likely to get killed by a black man. Horse shit, but go ahead.
You go, well, that doesn't count. They go, look, my dad's business got burned down.
Yeah.
My dad's business got burned down. Where? See, here, remember when I said earlier about the line, so with the woman, my dad's business got burned down. By who? Now, he didn't even fully commit to the lie. He gives a phrase out there. But where in the news do you see a bunch of pictures of black arsonists burning down white people's businesses? Oh, we would have a bigger to-do out here in the news if that was the case. See where these things get made up at? And look at this brother's face over here that's actually getting his hair cut. He's like, yeah, see, that's the look of like, damn, I'm hearing horse shit. Now look at this thin-lipped alabaster lady back here. She has a very interesting gaze on her. She almost basically looks like, don't you say nothing out of turn. Huh. We'll keep an eye on this one.
My city got burned down. I've been accused of being a racist.
Wait. My business got burnt down. My city got burnt down. Where? Oh, yeah. Greenwood and Archer and Pine. I'll say Black Wall Street. And also a white man set the Pacific Palisades fire. There were 2 white children who set this big fire out here years ago in Hood River or wherever that was at. And because they were white, they just gave them slaps on the wrist and didn't ever release their names. So, yeah, see, the business was burnt down. My city was burnt down. Where's the burnt down city in America? And see, he's in a black barbershop talking about my city was burnt down. Nobody's city was burnt down. I'm in Portland, Oregon. My city is far from burned down. You know, okay, here's another thing like they say, because these guys, these douchebags get on TV and start saying stupid shit all the time. This is the home of multiple Fortune 500 companies. Let's run down the list. Nike, Intel, Yahoo, Columbia Sportswear, Adidas. Let's see. Who am I leaving out? Precision Cash Parts. There's somebody else I'm forgetting. Jansen Sportswear. Let's keep going. Boeing. Sash T. Oh, man. List goes on and on. You said you've been to Hood River? Wow. There's not much out that way. Keeper said during the George Floyd uprising, it was white Antifa doing the burning and brick handouts, not us. And even more so, when he says that, see, I'm part of the group that ended that. So if anybody remembers, if you're from Portland, there was a petition and a statement given by our community, the Black Portland community, and we let it be known that we did not support any of the violence or looting or destruction of property and fires being set in the name of our community, since none of us were present. And we condemn those actions. And we feel that those actions are here and done by paid perpetrators. But these assholes still get out there and tell the world, it was burned up and it's black people. No, the hell it wasn't. And we not only proved that it wasn't because we stopped it, but we're the ones that stood up and condemned it. Eat a dick, Steven Crowder.
Even though I'm not. And I'm looking at this right now, and I'm not allowed to have an opinion, and I can't go into certain neighborhoods because
Because you're a lying piece of shit. That's why. You just lied on Portland. You just lied on Black Portland. Ass.
Get my ass kicked, and then you just say, yeah, but you've had systemic power. That is a surefire way to breed racism.
Here's another thing with these assholes. See, places like here where they believe they're supposed to be so superior, I come over here and I'll get my ass kicked. You damn right you would. We may be the minority here, but you can't do that shit to us. Because we aren't built for here to be on your disrespectful time. So you want to go ahead and, like the Knicks sort of do, these people don't come around us. Are you kidding? No. Not at all. Not at all. I've seen Proud, let me tell you like this, I've seen Proud Boys and some old shit. You think they said any goddamn thing to me? Stun these people? Now, I hope more people understand that. So when they get out here talking that stupid shit like, man, who y'all trying to impress? Y'all trying to be like the white supremacists. Y'all trying to align yourself with the white man. What? We don't look up to people like this. We look down to people like this. These aren't people that can debate us. They can be educated by us. So why would I ever seek to align myself with a person that is below my understanding? Because he's white? You got me fucked up. I'm gonna tell you, take that show on the road. Go tell some West Coast partner that, yeah, I'm over here kissing the white man's ass. Go to his face and tell him that shit. Make sure you record it too.
Scared of black people. Don't come around black
They're not
people.
scared, they're tired of it.
Well, don't stay away from us.
Great.
You got your own
Great.
area.
Then don't ask them to pay for it.
And we're no, because once again.
Oh, so you want them to stay away but foot the bill.
So you got to do that with everything else in the
No. See, here's the thing. You black people didn't bring black people to America in ships. Well, except for the Nigerians. But this slave trade that built all of this wealth, and there's people now that are trying to say, oh no, picking cotton didn't do, shut up. Hey, here's another hidden history fact. Your first settlers here were goddamn drug dealers. And before they really thought about getting heavy into slaves, they were heavy into opium. Opium and rum were the big trades before slavery. Because they was running that goddamn dope. But we got these new little assholes coming over here telling us like we ain't been schooled by scholars. We know our histories over here. I know we may be able to talk with urban lingo, but we not no damn dummies. And so, unfortunately, that's why they got to go to these people. Hey, we the grassroots. I'm right here. I got Church of Black Power in the chat right now. There are new black media voices available for any kind of conversation. Ain't nobody ringing our inboxes. Goddamn cowards. But here, let me go do this. There's voices up here with microphones. You don't want to even try nobody who studied. You'll spend so much time hopping in our comment sections. And family, do you understand how many times I've been called nigga on X this week? Just this week alone. These people are upset. These people are upset. And I mean, to me, man, you would just trigger these because they know who the voices are. So trust me, when these people are purposely avoiding us, it's for a reason. We ain't invisible by no stretch of the imagination. And there's so much money being spent to combat these little voices on this no shoestring budget. We ain't got no shoestrings, baby. And we still kicking y'all ass. Let's hear some more.
Now it's the boodle and nothing is it. Stay away from us, but pay for us. Do you realize that guy's going to hate you?
That other side of the coin.
People have been advocating for reparations throughout the last 50 years, ass. Not just now. Knock it off.
If we're going to do that, if we're going to give you that, then you got to go through everything and you got to give us the same thing. We're not going to pay for certain shit that we don't agree with.
Can I ask you something real talk? While we're having real talk, why do young black men fight in packs? Why don't we see a World Star video?
I know personal experience. Young Asians.
Oh, no. Did this white man just walk his ass up there and ask them brothers, why do black men fight in packs? Have you ever heard of the Ku Klux Klan? What? What? This guy is out of his skull. What are you talking about? Oh, let me hear that again. Jesus Christ.
You see a World Star video?
Actually, I know personal experience. Young Asians.
The World Star video.
No, I'm talking about every...
Wait a minute. He referenced a World Star video for how blacks are acting. Did we just, in the midst of this white man's ammunition against black folks, reference tethers? Goddamn. Wow. The ammunition that he's using as of saying, well, this is the visual aids that you can go to for making black people look. But we the ones that want to impress the white man. But that's us. Yeah.
Time I tune in, when
I used to be a club bouncer, so I'm talking
about video after video of a defenseless person on the ground getting stomped by
social media. That's conditioned.
He is literally using tether shit. But we're the hateful people though. We're xenophobic. Oh, this is brutal. This is brutal. You know, and that's funny too, Mr. Saltine. No, there was something I seen. Do I have that? I don't know if I do or not. I do. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Just I gotta get this. Oh no, I need to get this in here because there was something that popped up. I'm like, wait a minute, and I'm just waiting for it to finish download. No, okay, there we go. Get you. There we is. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. My two loves. Got something for you.
From From Pixar Animation Studios comes a salty new story about a snack with a chip on his shoulder.
I can't stand you Oreos!
This summer, meet the one cracker who just won't crumble.
Disney and Pixar present Angry Cracker.
Woo! 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 Oh boy. We have fun around here. If you guys are new to this channel, we have fun around here as well. We are serious, but we also we most definitely enjoy ourselves around here. So whew, that is something, ain't it? Oh Lord. Okay, so moving on from the Angry Cracker. Coming to a theater near you soon. There is a black town that is, they're getting sued, I guess, for wanting an all-black town, which is kind of amazing when you think about how all of these people are like, yeah, they're going to have that enclave down there in Arkansas. And then you got the other people online like, oh man, why I just want to be away from them. But then when black folks is like, well, we finna
There is a small community.
And they're like, oh, you not. What you mean you're going to exclude us? This story is amazing, family. You can't make this shit up. This is just amazing.
Here in Texas that's causing a lot of controversy and, of course, getting a lot of attention. It's a result of a man named Malcolm Tanner who is moving to that community, already set up shop there, but he's inviting more of what he calls melanated people, and some see it as a threat. They see it as an all-black community. Let's take a look. And joining us here on The Factor Uncensored to discuss this topic, we have with us Dr. David Branham from the University of Houston downtown and political analyst Dr. Dietrich von Bietenfeld. Now, we're talking about Attorney General Ken Paxton filing a lawsuit against Malcolm Tanner, who's originally from Indiana, saying...
Now, he wants to have a melanated town. And these people have filed a lawsuit to prevent an all-black space. Meaning, supremacists do not desire to be outside of our company. That's not us suing to be close to them. That's them suing to be close to us. You know, us old lonely cockers over here, us careers with no culture. And this is why they are jealous and hate us, because this is what they know of white people. And they wish white people looked at them like that. But see, this is the thing. White people don't love us. They hate our guts. They absolutely need to be by us, though, to be blessed. And there is no other group of people on the planet that can provide that. That's why you'll never be treated like us. But they want, see, that's the other thing. Everybody wants to adopt our specialness. And no, that's either, y'all say it to you like this. No man gonna come to this except for he be born of that water and of that spirit. Without that, you can't enter. So if you don't come by way of that water, meaning these bloodlines, and of this black first spirit, then you can't rock around over here. And we trying to do it that way, but they don't want that. Oh, no. What you mean y'all gonna have all black stuff? Oh,
He is deploying a political takeover in Lovington County, preparing to call it Tanner County. He's inviting all of these black people there. So what exactly is Ken Paxton concerned about when it comes to Malcolm Tanner?
Well, the purported reason for the lawsuit is sanitation and the lack of established facilities, the strain on the infrastructure. So again, where Ken Paxton has legal authority involving the health and welfare of Texas residents is much like, I liken this case to the old 300, where Stephen F. Austin brought, through the authority of impresarios, brought many people into the state of Texas for housing. And this self-professed doctor, Tanner, has said, I want to do the same thing. I'd like to move these individuals, pay them $5,000 a month. This county has a lot of wealth from the Permian Basin, only 64 residents, over $60 million in the coffers. So that's about $1 million per current resident available for this individual, if he's able to win the elections, to reallocate some of those resources. So I think that's another concern for the Attorney General moving into an election season. As we look at redistricting, as we look at maintaining a conservative majority, this individual bringing possible liberals, possible Democrats into an area.
No. No, let's not try to do that now. Oh, they're going to be more liberals. You mean more people who ain't going to vote the way you want them to vote? So you want to make sure that there's no black agendas getting presented. So to have an all-black community in the size of a town, then that's the problem. So, hey, all of these black folks move here. Oh, no. See, now you people in that game, though, they want to make sure they stifle our political power. And so they immediately went on alert. Oh, you're going to do something, but y'all say we should have something of our own, correct? Well, here they are trying to stop us again.
Then taking over a very wealthy, oil-rich county, possibly imposing regulations beyond that of the Railroad Commission and restricting this excess of resources is very concerning on a visceral level.
And he's made it clear, he's also said melanated people of color, we want to bring them here so they can have the political power. And he hadn't been shy about saying that.
Absolutely.
And so you want to disrupt black people's political power by this lawsuit. I want to interrupt and disrupt black people's political power. And I guess with this, let's see what Democrats have to say about this. Because we all, it's voting. Well, here is a place to where we're trying to consolidate black political power. What help or assistance is that getting from black politicians?
Like the 300 who came here with the promise of converting to Catholicism, they didn't do that. With the promise of not bringing slaves, they brought slaves. With the promise of adhering to Mexican standards and learning Spanish, they did not do that. We have an individual who's taking a lot of these principles that our republic was founded on and saying, no, I would like to see more of Tanner County looking like me, and then bringing an area where it's depopulated. The weight can be much more aggregate power than bringing 5,000 individuals to Houston. So that's going to dilute the vote, versus in this county, in Loving County, maybe like Loving versus Virginia, we're just going to break in and desegregate this and integrate, and there will be people of color with the majority of the vote.
And he says Loving County will now be called Tanner County, in his opinion, not officially. But, of course, it's almost like being king. Your thoughts about
might as well be. It might as well be like being a king if he can pull this off.
He might as well be a king. if he can pull this off. Really? Really? This is what it looks like when black folks make moves to get something. This is even more so the reason for reparations. This right here, this is showing you why we absolutely must have reparations. You understand what I'm saying?
Because I think the lawsuit has merit, because anytime that you have a development going into an area, you have to do this analysis that Dr. Von Beendwell is talking about. You have to make sure you're going to have schools for the kids, you're going to have food for the residents, and so forth. So you have to.
Family, you think these white people are giving a shit about the education of these black children? And how you're going to feed these children? Do you think they care? All of a sudden, you're talking about it's a sanitary issue. Black people are amongst the cleanest people in the planet. So, he might as well make him a king. I mean, it'd be a whole area full of niggers. Jeez, just come out and say what you want to say, dude.
Do that. So I think the basis of the lawsuit is probably there. But these are things that you can get around. The one thing I don't think he can get around, though, is saying, okay, the people who live in these houses cannot be white, because that is a form of discrimination.
Out of all of this, I did not hear him say no whites allowed. Any one of you hear that? Did anybody here hear that? No whites allowed. I didn't hear that. Matter of fact, what I heard was black people are encouraged to live here. Get more melanated people here. So it's inviting black people. Inviting black people did not say no white people. You hear him? So it's catering toward black people. He automatically says, well, you can't say no white people. Never did. That's a lie. Already lying on the black idea of unity. See, Pan-Africrats, this is what you say we align with. But here, real time, I'm just debunking your bullshit. So, for you guys, people, especially on X, this is the talking point of a white supremacist. And us having melanated unity, just by living in a neighborhood and saying, hey, let's get together, black Americans. This is against them, and they're going on notice and filing lawsuits to prevent our unity. See, when we want to unify as a group, white people get nervous, upset, and start filing lawsuits to break it up. And here's the reality of that. So you guys saying that delineation sounds like a white supremacist talking point, that lie dies right here.
I mean, if you put the shoe on the other foot and said the people who live in these houses cannot be black, then we would see right away that you can't do that. You can't have that kind of.
Nobody gave a shit about them people in Arkansas. They want to have an all-white enclave, have it. Nobody filed no lawsuit for them. Well, go off.
Discrimination. So he's going to have a problem with the racial component to this, where he's saying, in order for you to come in, now it's a wide amount of people he's talking about, people from Asia, people from Africa. Just as long as you don't have white skin, you can come in. So that's what.
He said melanated. He did not. See, when the invitation wasn't overextended to white people, he's now upset. That is hilarious. Let's hear more.
he's going to have a hard time getting around. And in today's Supreme Court, where we just saw a 14th Amendment ruling in school admissions, where it says you cannot discriminate regardless if it's white on black or black on white, then we have a Supreme Court who's just going to look at this and say, no, this is discrimination. You can't deny housing because of somebody's race. And I think this is where he's going to have a problem.
Dr. Von Biedenfeld, how feasible is this idea that Malcolm Tanner has? Your thoughts?
I think we've already seen individuals accepting the offer. While we're not certain where the $5,000 would come from.
Okay. Question. When you have a predominantly melanated environment, and this guy is asking for a multicultural environment. He did not exclude white people, but he wants the majority melanated. It sounds to me what he's asking for is a true melting pot of a community to be more reflective of what America looks like these days. Which means not white dominated. That's the problem. You're taking the domination factor of white people away. And so this now lets them, no, hell no. We file a lawsuit, baby. They ain't having it. And this is how that works. Just saying.
Again, it is possible that there's an idea or at least plan or scheme for the county coffers, which are flush with funds, to spend this money on residents in a way that you might legally see done. Again, as Dr. Brandon mentioned, you don't want to do this based on ethnicity or race, which would be prohibited characteristics. But if there is a way to bring people of a lower income and then create a subsidy, I think there are a lot of legal mechanisms where people can initially bring RVs or bring mobile homes. We've got quite a few of these prefabricated homes in the state of Texas sitting on the side of the road. Move them in, bring in water wells. We've got a number of communities that have mud districts. So you don't necessarily have to have this $3 million water facility from day one. And Texas, again, was founded with one-room schoolhouses, and we're doing great. We're the 8th largest economy in the world.
Well, I mean, this is not really new. The libertarians have been trying to pull this off for a long time. Their problem is that they're trying to find a state with it's on an ocean where they can.
The libertarians or the Nation of Islam? You sound like you just convoluted two different groups. Just meshed that all into one. Now, so again, this is about them having problems with us being by ourselves and being together, living amongst ourselves. See, these people absolutely do not want us to leave America. That's why they'll deport everybody else. So for all of you idiots who thought that we were deportable, we're not only not deportable, but on top of that, these people are demonstrating to you that they wouldn't want us to leave this place anyway. Our lives seem to be more intertwined than any tether can understand. And this is hardcore evidence for you again. They're not even talking about leaving the country. All they're saying is, we want our own enclave. They're upset that they feel that they might be excluded from being in the midst of us. And that's lawsuit worthy, folks. Are you hearing me? They hate you so much that they will file a lawsuit to make sure they can still live by you.
Find a port and they can take over and make a majority of the state.
We'll be back with more Factor Uncensored and more on that topic.
Yeah, they don't like that being majority of the state part. All of these black people having power in this state? Oh, hell no. This is Texas. I'm not giving up my power to no ninjas. Yeah, they ain't liking that. But I just, wanted to show y'all that because people seem to have this notion that the lie that we want to impress supremacists, or we want to be endeared to these people by some kind of stretch of the imagination. That so far from the truth. And I think when people look at what's really happening now, you won't be able to just lie. Well, I guess you can. You can repeat the lie all you want to, but we aren't trying to be endeared by white supremacists. We're not trying to align ourselves with the white patriarchy and all of that nonsense. That's no desire of the black man here. It's not what we do. I don't even know where that crap comes from. Like, I see people are trying to bring that back up. I don't get you FBA people. You guys are like, you have white supremacist talking points and blah, blah. No, we don't. Okay. There's none of the talking points that they have do we share. That's just a lie. Let's see. Where am I going? Let's see where I want to go next. See, did you not say yes? Demonic demons, evil devils, and narcissistic psychopaths, but fear not. I know that's right. Oh, okay. Wanted to play this little video here. Do you these people be so hurt over Charlie Kirk? It is amazing to me. And so there's this girl that was hired. I guess she's part of a campaign. She's a campaign organizer for somebody. And she's making fun of Charlie Kirk's death. She's making fun of Charlie Kirk's death. And they're bringing, I guess, they're bringing it up to her, and so she starts rolling her eyes. She starts rolling her eyes. But the way that they're trying to report, they're trying to do so much about this. People. No one has to give a shit about Charlie Kirk. Nobody. This is the real world. You guys can feel what you feel about him, but don't nobody gotta give a damn. He's killed by a white man. He said racist, ignorant shit about black people. That's what he did. You don't like the truth? I didn't hear anything that was racist. Well, then you're blind to racism, and screw you too. Not my problem. But anyway, you said I'm echoing? I think that might just be this room. I think this is the room. Let me play this video though.
Thank you for taking time. No, thank you for taking time. I think that you're busier than I am. I'm here complaining about how a lot this is, but it seems like you do more moving than I do.
And I want to know Abigail better. Obviously, the candidate's always going to be doing so many different things. I feel like Virginia is a little bit of a hot spot for everything. Like, far right is like crazy right now.
I can't legally talk about the Charlie thing, but if you want to talk about the Charlie thing, I have all the ears for you in the world. Like, I want to hear your thoughts.
I mean, so I try to stay away from like the news and just get my formulated opinion. I don't know. Like, obviously, death is terrible. Yeah. But like, I don't know. What do you think?
I would be sad if you had died. I don't think I would have. I'll leave it there.
What do you mean?
You seem like a good person.
But you're not sad about it.
Can I say the same for Charlie? Did he seem like a good person?
Oh, so y'all upset at that? If she's among the people that he said disparaging things to, which looking at her name, she's black by color, but obviously she comes from a different lineage. But she still obviously took offense to the things that Charlie Kirk would say. So maybe she, of course, identifies as a black woman. And so if black women are underqualified in DEI and blah, 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 this, well, then wouldn't she also be amongst the people that were being insulted? So the fact that she's rolling her eyes, you guys are upset that she's not kissing his ass, like in death, she's supposed to kiss his ass? These people are sick.
But you're not sad about it.
Can I say the same for Charlie? Did he seem like a good person? I'll just leave that there. Our stance on it for the most part has been we denounce political violence.
I get it. Yep.
Denounce political violence, and we're staying very far.
And they're like, well, why hasn't she came out and denounced her? And she's joking about Charlie Kirk's murder and blah, blah, blah. Number one, you brought up Charlie Kirk to catch her up in some kind of, I guess, because you want to besmirch who she works for or whatever. That's really lowbrow and Bush League on that level anyway. But this girl she owes Charlie Kirk nothing. I don't understand this. Like, she's rolling her eyes at Charlie Kirk's murder. She doesn't feel that he was a good person. This is the thing. That's her right to have. She doesn't have to think he was a good person. She could think he was a terrible person. Because one thing we're talking about is, well, Charlie Kirk, he felt this way and that's his opinion. Well, that's her opinion. So I don't understand what the problem is. Just like this teacher that they're upset that's not getting fired because she mocking Charlie Kirk's death, and they're not firing this teacher. She mocked Charlie Kirk. Who cares? This dude was not God. And all this other shady shit that didn't involve us is none of it. But what be so funny though, yeah. Stop calling us Nazis! Oh yeah, they're all upset that is this woman here. Yeah, they real upset at this woman here. I guess so. This is like she's showing how she felt, and this is in Chicago. And so they're like, oh my God, this is her insensitivity. She fired all the kids. And these very same people were the same ones talking about, I don't care about no racist chat or no racist texts or emails. Like, yeah, sure. Okay there. Okay, that's what I need to get. All right, so let me get to these last few videos here. We are going to look at it. What is this?
Stories of your baby niece.
Oh, hold on. This is something that came up. And I guess they're also talking, that's why they're talking about her running, talking about Denise, but this was a little clip that they
Says Amara and Leela. When are they going to see a woman in charge in the White House?
In their lifetime, for sure.
Could it be you? Possibly. Have you made a decision yet?
No, I have not.
But you say in your book, I'm not done.
That is correct. I am not done. I have lived my entire career a life of service, and it's in my bones. And there are many ways to serve. I've not decided yet what I will do in the future beyond what I am doing right now.
But you've been very clear that it's a possibility you might run again to become president. And in my experience interviewing politicians, when someone says, I'm not done, it means they are thinking seriously about running. But when you look at the bookies' odds, you, as an outsider, even behind Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I mean, is that underestimating you?
I think there are all kinds of polls that will tell you a variety of things. I've never listened to polls. If I listened to polls, I would have not run for my first office or my second office. And I
remember when you dropped out before the primary? Maybe not. Yeah, that's water under the bridge. Let's rewrite history. Let's okay. Let's keep going.
Certainly wouldn't be sitting here in this interview.
Okay. All righty then. Uh-oh. Now things about image. I know y'all have had to see this. Y'all have had to have seen this. About that image.
Now do it like a black girl. Boom,
What you think about that, buddy?
here's the love, here's the honor. If you can't come in, come on. Yeah!
Oh. Now there is something else. I need to, let's see, where are we at here? So real quick, before I get to this last story, there's some things going on that is very interesting around churches these days. Let me see. Is this it? Hopefully this is it. There's some very interesting things going on around with these churches. Okay. Here's one. Let me get you in here. Is there, like I said, there are just some strange things.
I know every ad. Like a thief in the night. I know them all. Keep the beat going. Keep the beat going. I'm clapping. I'm praising. I feel like I just snorted cocaine or something. I'm so excited. And I never did that before. For the record. For the record. For the record. For the record. But I'm clapping my hands. Keep the beat going. I'm clapping. I'm praising. I feel like I just snorted cocaine or something. I'm so excited.
What?
I just snorted cocaine or something. I'm so excited. And I never praising. I feel like I just snorted cocaine or something. I'm so excited.
If y'all are members of Elevation Church, get the hell out of there. ASAP. Like, get out of there, okay? Quickly.
Pain or something, I'm so excited. And I never did that before. For the record. But I'm clapping my hands.
And not only that, though, there's the element of, like, see, black folks we have been innovative on many levels in how we conduct ourselves in church is one of those things that has been demonstrated before the world before. And so now we have tethers. Well, I can't call everybody a tether. I said we have non-foundational black Americans trying to enter into the black church realm. Because coming up, when I was growing up, all of those people had their own churches. But now they're trying to mesh more into the urban church culture, shall we say. But it's not really coming off how it's supposed to. Y'all let me know what you think about this.
Once. He makes me to lie down in green pageant. He leads me beside the still whore. He restores my soul. He leads me in the righteous for his name's sake. Ye I walk through a valley shelter of death. I will fear no evil. I will fear with no evil. For they are with me. They rod and they staff. They comfort me. Amen. They prepare a table before me in the place of my enemies. Amen. In their place. They anointed my head with oil. My cups running over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house.
Faith Speaks Lives. Thank you so much for the Cash App donation. I appreciate that. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. Shelly Gully. I will Shelly Gully. Shelly Gully. Good. Oh, this is brutal. Brutal. Shelly Gully. Anyway, moving on, family. We got to talk this food stamp situation. Let me get. Bear with me one second. There's some. Oh wait, that's right. Hold on. It's already. Yeah, you're here. Okay, so some of these videos I'm seeing are really they are doing the most with my food stamps. If I lose my food stamps, I'm gonna get to stealing. I'm gonna walk out. You better not try to stop me. If you try to stop me, I'm gonna get you down over these groceries. And I mean, I'm gonna go to Walmart and I'm gonna walk out with these groceries. We've seen a lot of that type of foolishness, and it's telegraphing a certain behavior that it almost makes me feel like like these people are like being put up to do this? Because who gets up there and starts incriminating themselves talking about I'm finna go to Walmart and steal? Don't nobody do that. We losing our SNAP benefits. Now we'll hey. It's gonna get pretty rough here for the month of November. This is the big food shopping holiday that everybody is they prepare for. This is I just didn't and you know, now I'm not disparaging anybody here, but I mean, I think a lot of people probably have been able to have probably not been able to, but have probably qualified for like SNAP at one point in time. But for those of us who have been away from SNAP for a very long time, EBT, whatever, you know, SNAP, that what it's called. And these benefits are about to be cut because of the shutdown. And what's funny is I'm hearing so many of these people talk about Donald Trump is cutting food stamps. No, that's not how you got here, ladies and gentlemen. The Democrats wanted to make sure illegals get benefits is why you ain't getting food stamps. The nonpartisan resolution that is a continuing resolution, there's not new shit added to it. The reason why you ain't getting your food stamps is because of Chuck Schumer and the Democrats not getting the government running because they're trying to push through their health care benefit package for illegal aliens. And they have stalled and starved the country out. So Donald Trump, and I'm no Trump apologist by any stretch of the imagination, but reality is reality. And the reality is Congress does not have the government open. The president has nothing to do with that. Them trying to make sure. And see, what the Republicans did is released the information that shows you what was in the bill they're trying to pass. $13 billion for illegals. And this is why your government is closed. And this is why the Democrats felt it okay to sacrifice the children to make sure illegal children also get benefits. However, and right now in this present time, Trump's favorability amongst the Hispanic voting community is dwindling. So Black America, understand. When they said that you were going to have to get used to dealing with the Hispanics, this is what the Democrats once again are showing you. Now, if this is going to be the future of your interaction with the Democratic Party, without them ever producing for you to just immediately bring in another group, then tell me how you can still sell these people on Black America. That is insane. So let's see where I want to go, because let me start here with this SNAP thing. And this is another thing about the whole SNAP thing. There's a whole lot of what we heard bosses that are realizing that you still had a man, and that man was called Uncle Sam. So while you didn't need no nigga, you damn sure had the government as your man and your daddy. Hope you know that. Now y'all out here looking like this.
you know what? If I don't get my food stamps, I'm going to Walmart, I'm going to rack up, and I'm going to ride right out the door, and I dare anybody to put their hands on me. I'm going back to stealing, so you better lock your cars. I'm going to take everything in sight.
And I believe she's serious. And it's a damn shame that we're seeing all of these black women doing that. I really, really don't like that. I really don't. Now, just to be fair, here's a white woman giving her opinion as well.
We need to starve them fucking financially if those SNAP benefits do not go out. No unnecessary spending. None. If our Americans aren't eating, they don't get to either. I don't give a fuck who you are, who you voted for. These are our people. Red or blue, I don't give a fuck. No one deserves to starve. Everyone receives SNAP equally. That's how it works. Okay? And go on ahead, if you're a vile, evil fucking human being, expose yourself for the vileness and evilness that you are in my comment section so everyone can see who the fuck you are and what you align with. America first? Nah, you align with yourself fucking first. Starting November 1st,
She's upset. Let's see some more.
Why am I seeing immigrants and undocumented immigrants talking about November 1st they're not receiving any SNAP benefits? Y'all are hard workers. What are you talking about? You're on SNAP and receiving EBT. You came over here and built the country. Y'all did the work because Americans were so lazy. I should not be seeing any immigrants of any race, of any
us lazy Akatas, by the way,
on here talking about they're losing their SNAP benefits on November 1st because y'all are hard workers. And they told us that y'all wasn't receiving any government assistance. Y'all shouldn't be on here crying. Y'all should not be on here crying because y'all hard workers. Remember that? But that's all you see on here. A lot of immigrants on here. Oh my God, Trump is cutting off the SNAP benefits. They told us. Yo peoples told us. All these political officials was like, yeah, undocumented immigrants and immigrants, they're not receiving any government assistance. They're hard workers. Come to find out, they lied to us, y'all. They lied to the American people. We are not lazy, and they're receiving, the immigrants, first gen included, are receiving government benefits. I'm so disappointed.
Shout out to that brother. You dropping some good videos. Now, for this last trio of videos that I'm finna play here, it's all our sisters. Matter of fact, I'll start with this one here. So let's go with this one because we need to talk to the family out here so they can understand how to conduct themselves accordingly here.
Baby, white TikTok is in a frenzy, and while I have my voice right now, I'm going to use that hoe. They don't understand how their SNAP benefits are being cut off in November. They literally thought when they heard SNAP benefits, it was only going to hit the black folks, okay? Now, I'm going to say this. When the government shuts down, it does not just shut down for one particular group of people. It shuts down for everybody and they fucking mama. Facts. So yes, white people in the Midwest, these Appalachian white folks, y'all ain't gonna have y'all shit either. Now I am gonna say this, when you decided to vote for that man, you put a wild card on the table during Uno. You don't know which way this man is gonna go. And no, I am not blaming Democrats once again. They are holding the fucking line for the Affordable Care Act and Medicaid. Something you white folks on SNAP need. So y'all better buckle up. Now, if there's an uptick in shoplifting in grocery stores, if y'all see that shit, be like Pam on Martin. I ain't seen jack. Because we ain't seen none of it. Now, food banks are going to have a hard time because you already got federal workers that don't have any benefits whatsoever right now, are not getting paid. You also have people in the armed services that are not getting paid, that are lined up at those damn food banks. Now you got over 40-something million people that will not be receiving their SNAP that's going to need food as well. So I do expect an uptick in shoplifting. Do what the fuck you got to do to survive.
No. Bad information. Bad information. One more time for the one more time. Do not run in them people's shit stealing their shit. Let me explain something to you. Talking about white TikTok in the frenzy and all this. Yeah, these places are going to be putting their itchy trigger finger cops right at their doors. Sisters, do not go running into these people's shit, thinking you could just, I don't give a damn who gonna stop me in here. And man, let me tell you something. They're gonna be waiting on your ass, man. That's why I'm looking at this. I'm 50-50 that somebody ain't putting these people out here to make these videos. Get out there and start talking crazy shit and start having, who the hell says, man, when you see me at Walmart, you just turn the other way. What the hell are you talking about? That's like saying, when I go to the bank, I pull this mask up and just act like you ain't see me. What? No, I'm not trying to be anything around your criminality. What are you talking about? I'm not part of, run into them stores. Ladies, don't run into them people's store doing that shit. You think they don't expect you to come in there doing that? You're going to be running up in these places with armed guards this month. This is November. They know them things is going to be, them people going to be armed in that bitch. Keep your ass out they stores if you ain't planning on buying stuff. Don't need to hear no news. And sisters getting slaughtered in these guys in the parking lot because they didn't pay for groceries at Walmart. That ain't what we need to be seeing out here. I don't give a damn. But it does say, like, where's this other one? Hold on. See, this shit here is this is what we can't do. This one here. This is what we can't do. Hold on. It's always with the dumb shit. It gives me the vibe that somebody is putting people up to doing this. Like this. Let me get this in here. Now, here we go. All right.
And with food stamps getting cut off next month, like I don't have a kid that eats like a grown man. I eat like a grown man. We like steak and lobster.
Yeah, you like food.
Yeah, we like food. We like steak and lobster. So I want everybody to be prepared for me and my kid to be at their house for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, my mom is over here. My mama is now here.
Yup, and we're gonna eat your food. Period. We're coming to your house and we're gonna eat all your food.
This is a bad showing. This is a bad display. And I hope that my thoughts of people are being paid to make these type of videos is correct. Because the flip side of that is that these people are making these videos independently and just putting these videos up, saying shit like this. And this is one of those things to where, are you purposely going out of your way to make black folks, especially black women, black single mothers, are you trying to make them look some kind of way here? That's why, to me, it's feeling like this is funded Because you can't be out here saying no shit like this. And I don't understand it. ADOS in what? Country rock and hip hop? Oh, invented country rock and hip hop. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, this one here. Yeah.
Because what? Cutting the snaps off for November? Like, the 3-year-old don't eat like a grown man. So yeah, I just want everybody to be prepared for me and my penguin to come and sit at y'all dinner tables, because we need that. We're on that. We like steak and lobster. We like crabs. We like seafood boils. But we won't settle for the ham, turkeys, and lemon pepper steppers this.
You know, I can point you in a direct, well, again, everywhere they take EBT except for Costco. And we like eating steak and lobsters. If you just want to spend a little bit of your own cash, you could do that and eat prime for a whole family for one night. But you could do that under $100 and have you a whole steakhouse night with thick steaks at Costco. You got to spend your actual cash though. But what am I hearing? Like, this is some ghetto. See, we like steak and shrimp. Yeah, and you buy it. We're hearing about a high. This is. Okay, what do we hear with this dating thing now? He's got to make this amount of money. He's got to have this and he's got to have that and blah, 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 this. Yes, I'm a single mother. This right here is a death nail for a lot of single mothers that are looking to hit the market. Because again, this right here is debunking that boss babe conversation about single mamas doing it all alone. You're doing it with the government. And as soon as the government kicks your ass off, it's mighty, mighty, mighty lonely. And now you're saying, we're going to come to someone else's. Now you're putting your responsibility of feeding yourself on somebody else's table? That's insanity. But here we have a bonnet, a septum ring, and a kid, for some reason, who's in a video in a penguin outfit. And they're doing this while he's over here laying on his mother. This boy is too big to be doing that, ma'am. Don't no little boy need to be. This boy is what? Yeah, my mommy, and if he's talking like that, you don't need to be laid up there with you like that. He do not. And so right now, what you're doing to that little young man is putting those seeds of making him a little young girl to be an emotionally ratchet, entitled little brat. And that ain't what you want out of a male child. Maybe I'll be old school. She said he's 3. Yeah. All this laying up, I'll be damned. Hell no. Get your big ass up. You way too big, kid. I get you. I get it, mothers. Don't get me wrong. Well, you know his, but no, that boy too big for that shit. And that's the benefit of having your daddies around. Because we are there to regulate that shit. Oh, no, he a little boy. Get your ass up. Now, that's not saying he's not able to be in touch with his feminine side. No little 3-year-old boy this big, talking this well, need to be up there laying on his mama like this. No, no, no.
This year, because that's exactly what y'all will be giving out. Lemon pepper stepper wings at Thanksgiving dinner, and we're gonna be right there, lemon pepper stepping with a wing.
This is awful. This is awful. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible look. But there have been some sisters kind of come in and combat that illogical talking point. And here's one, and then I'll play one more before we get up out of here. But check this out.
News station comes up to you and they want to interview about losing your SNAP benefits, decline the interview. If I see you on a news station, I'm going to find you and we're going to have us a good old come to Jesus moment with Auntie. They are using us. They want to make the narrative that black people are so worried about losing SNAP benefits, like we're the ones who get the most in SNAP benefits, and we're not. White women are. And the people who are going to crash out when November 1st happens, and they can't swipe their card and it says insufficient funds on their cards, are going to be the white folk, not the black folk, because we used to struggling. We used to struggle. We used to going to the church and getting food. We used to having community and people having a garden and showing up and making sure that families don't go without. These other people ain't used to that. They're not about that life. So they're going to be the ones, not to saying that we ain't going to hurt, but we know how to navigate these waters. They've never had to do it before. So when they crash out, they're going to want to blame it on black folks. So don't give them the ammunition by you being all up on the news talking about some, oh yeah, I'm going to go steal, I'm going to go do this. No, you're not. Because we got our people.
I agree. I so agree. Oh, do I so agree. Thank you, sister, for saying that. I appreciate that sentiment, and I concur. Thank you for that good, reasonable position. Facts. The truth don't bend for us. It does not. So, this whole, we gonna go up in them places. No. And while you're over here getting harassed by the security, these white women be over there cleaning them the fuck out. While there's some security on your back over there. I saw you stick some in your purse. No, get off me. That's wrong. Get off me. No. And then white women just gonna be pushing them shopping carts full of stolen goods right on past your black ass. Don't take your ass up in them people's store doing that silly shit. It's literally putting you there as the buffer for white women stealing. Listen to that, sister. She on to something. And here's one more. I'm telling you, we just trying to give the family some good, helpful information this year. Here's another thing. For all of these taking money-ass churches, yeah, there's a video there. Wait, hold on. I got that somewhere. There's a white girl that got something to say about that. Wait, where is this white girl? Don't I have her somewhere? Where you at, Missy? Where that girl at? Where is she at? Hold on. Find where this video at. Is this it? No. That's it. No. Shelly Gully. Shelly Gully. That is a new one. Okay, no, let me get this real quick. There you are. Let me download this video. Because this white girl makes a very good point about these churches. And my recently $2,000 from his members. And it's so bad that the lady is saying there's a, like, for people who saw the entire video, one of those women borrowed money from her family members to give to the church. And then this, and we all grew up liking the Winans, man, but God, man, you can't be in the pulpit talking about call your relatives and call your friends and your co-workers at the job to tell them to give to this ministry. Nigga, is you out your mind? Ain't nobody co-sign that shit. This Negro said, ask your co-workers to give money to your church. Marvin Winans, you are out of bounds, bro. Jeez. But like I was saying about these damn churches, listen to what this white sister has to say right here.
If SNAP benefits do not go out in November, and you attend a church that you've been tithing to and been giving money to for years, and they are not out in the community donating to the community and ensuring the families are eating, including the families in their own pews, right? And then the families outside in the community, if you're a part of a church and they don't immediately have a plan for what's in place when November 1st hits and people don't get their food stamps, then you need to leave that church. They're not using their money for what God intended. God intended for the church's money to go to those who don't have enough and to supporting his community and making sure that you can spread the word. And those things cannot happen if you do not donate to your community. So if your pastor or preacher or whoever he is has a Lamborghini and a mansion, and they also cannot afford to feed the hungry in their own congregation, you need to leave your church. Because listen, people might have a lot of feelings about the LDS church and this and that. The LDS church saved me and my kids, okay? And the LDS church gives so much money, and they have a lot saved. I'm not saying that they are perfect. I'm not saying that they're the perfect stewards of money, but I am saying that the LDS church gives so much, and they have their own food banks, and they donate so much food to local food banks. They're always in service, and I take comfort in that. Okay, but if you are attending a church and November 1st, they do not have something planned, they do not immediately make an announcement to help those families who did not get their benefits on November 1st, you're in the wrong place, and Jesus would flip that table.
Shit. I find no fault in anything she said. If the pressure gonna be on a whole lot of Negroes tomorrow, ain't it? You need to have something in place for your congregants, man. It's going into Thanksgiving month. There does need to be something. I used to be part of this, rest in peace, Gail. Used to be part of this, and Willie, this fundraiser every year back when I was like a young man coming up playing. And there was a community concert, community choir concert, it was called Hold On and Help Us on the Way. And we used to do that in, I guess, second week of November, maybe third week in November, to raise money. And also, so it was you're raising money, but there was also a food drop off. So you could do both. You could give money or you could do neither. But it was a concert, a community concert, held at one of our big black churches here, which is the church I grew up at, Maranatha. And then that we would be feeding the needy by Thanksgiving. with the proceeds of the concert. And so those are things that I know can be done. They can you can have a Thanksgiving revival instantaneously at a church. But this money that you all are getting needs to be going to the community. And so I'm completely with that woman. And I definitely stand in solidarity with that sentiment. If you are part of a church that does not have a plan in place to take care of the less fortunate members in their congregation, you need to be leaving. That's real shit. Because they got a plan to take offering on Sunday. You damn straight they plan to get your tithes on Sunday. So it is right and in order for them to be taking care of their community, especially their lower income congregants. Just saying. With that being said, let's get to this last video before we get out of here, because this sister also got a good word for y'all, and maybe it's a stern word that people need to hear, because we need to be pushing toward excellence, folks, and Uncle Sam ain't got it. Only thing Uncle Sam need to provide for us right now is reparations. Let's go.
You got people all over the internet talking about if they don't get their food stamps next month, how they gonna go into these people's stores and take what they need. Talking all bold, like people owe them something. But I got a question. What makes you think that you entitled to take anything that you ain't worked for? You want another man or woman to get out there, plow the field, break their backs, while you sit back and watch, and you want to eat off their labor? The devil is a lie. That's what you call bold, entitled, warped way of thinking. If you mad at anybody, talk to God about it, because it's in his word. If a man chooses not to work, then he should not eat. God never blesses idleness. He blesses the works of our hands. Not all of these excuses, entitled mindsets coming out of our mouths. You wouldn't let us move into your place, eat your food, use your water, or sleep in your bed without your permission, right? So, why would you try to sit up here and justify going into these people's stores that they built with their sweat, hours, and sacrifice? We got to stop glorifying self-inflicted struggles. Get up off your behind and do what they're asking you to do. 20 hours, that's it. You do it with everything else. God feeds the birds. He just expects that the nest be built. So if you got questions, here's the answers. Stop waiting for a handout. Stop moving your mouth. Start moving them hands. Because guess what? If you don't work, it's 9 times out of 10, you not going to eat.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that that everybody can find their answers that they need going into this holiday season. I hope that you guys understand that if you're part of organizations that are not invested in making sure its own people is taken care of, you're not part of the right organization. And you might want to find out, I'm not saying leave the church altogether, but find you somewhere that is doing the things that are in line with what you believe they should be. Now, as far as we go, over here in the Black grassroots sphere, we have to understand how to respect our position. And we also have to be mindful of distractions. And one thing that we got to know now that can be a distraction is inner beefing. And when I say inner beefing, I would hope everybody learns to cut off, because like I spoke about earlier, if you guys remember, it has been those guys over there with that STT thing that have literally spawned all of the the senseless beefing, and always going back and forth to a I'm not calling you up neither, but going back and forth for senseless conversation while we really have a true battle out here against supremacy, against our exploitation. And when we sit up here and stand against the individuals out here who are against our empowerment, there are so many people out here that do not want us to succeed. Why? Because everywhere we go, we excel. We are an exceptional people, as Dr. Claude Anderson has always said. And that is one thing that this generation has most definitely picked up the baton on. And so, because the other part of that, let me go back to it. The Million Man March, one of the main objectives of the Million Man March are two things: reparations and Black male reconciliation. And I don't think a lot of people understand what that has meant to our community over the course of the last 20 so years. Understanding that this month, October, being a day of atonement with one another so many years ago, still stands true to this day, while everybody else is catching hell. Do you understand they want to make Charlie Kirk Day? That's also, see, George Floyd's birthday is October 14th, but do you know what October 16th is? That was the day when 1 million plus Black men walked down Washington, D.C. and showed the world that this many Black men can come together and stand together for our community, for our families, for ourselves, and for our power. It was organized, of course, by the NOI, Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, but he himself also opened it up to be a unilateral Black coalition. We've already had our Black unity displayed in this country. For all of those outside of our lineage, these are the people who need to prove something to our lineage. Because let me go even further and point this out. 1 million plus Black men converged on Washington, D.C. under the guise of reconciliation amongst ourselves and for reparations for the lineage that's been affected and possessed as property of chattel slavery in this country. And all of these Black men proudly did so at the call of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who he himself is the descendant of Caribbean immigrants. This is the difference between a person that comes to our country and intermix with our lineage. They understand the plight is serving this lineage first, and everything comes after, and it's because of what these people went through. So I need all of you Pan-Africrats to understand that. And I notice and I sit back and watch how none of you will ever bring up the fact that Minister Louis Farrakhan is not a foundational Black American. The reason being is because he is the epitome of what an ally looks like. He himself took a charge upon himself to make sure the American Black man was the cream of the crop. Can any of you match what that man's desire and heart has been for us? So you sit up here every day talking xenophobic bullshit to foundational Black Americans, while you know good and damn well We to this day hold Minister Louis Farrakhan in extreme high regard. And that man made sure that this American black man was the person that you know is the most exceptional group of men and women to have walked the face of the earth. And he's not even from our tribal lineage. That is an ally. But for all of you other cowards that feel that, well, you guys don't like this, you don't like that, and you don't like this and that and the other, you need to realize the same thing he did. Everybody's plight begins with us. And that's why you avoid talking about Minister Louis Farrakhan and the NOI. Because at the back page of the final call for the last 20, 30 years has been the plan of getting reparations for the descendants of chattel slavery. Where are these new Pan-Africanists in the spirit of a Minister Louis Farrakhan? Show them to me. Then we could believe we could be allies. But see, Black America knows what our ally looks like. And that man has sat there and given his life to make sure that we live a better one. And I'm not part of the Nation of Islam, but I believe anybody who is serving at the behest of our lineage the way he has deserves double honors. And peace out to all of the NOI and my good brothers over there. Salute to all of y'all. And see, this is the one thing that everybody fears. It's why they've never wanted us to align ourselves with Minister Farrakhan. They've always wanted us to denounce that man. Well, all of these other people always sat up there and soft shooter with everybody else. These are the only people that stood tall for us in the midst of these damn devils. Never forget that. There is no Pan-Africanist that has ever came close to taking our issues before Washington, D.C. So let me say salute to the NOI and Minister Louis Farrakhan, and a salute to Tariq Nasheed for holding 2 reparation rallies in D.C. as well. If you guys don't like it, eat a fat sack of dicks. Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Yes, indeed. We are a great people, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a great people. Don't you let nobody tell you any different. And the jealousy projections are what we are always witnessing. If they really wanted us to be away from them, just like the video I played again earlier, they don't sit up there and file lawsuits when we want to go be by ourselves for no reason. Got to be tied to our greatness. It's a hell of a jealousy, but a hell of a need. Last time I checked, then that makes us number one. Shout out to the Most High for making that so, even in the midst of us being on the bottom. Hey, Esau.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
So there may be somebody out there right now that is feeling some kind of way, and you say, well, this is an excuse for getting reparations. Yes, it is. But we all have been under slave, and we all have went under these conditions, and we all have issues with the white supremacy. I understand that you have your experiences, but trust me, yours are nothing like ours. And we are still the focal point of conversation, not you. When these white supremacists sit up there on their panels and they have these conversations, they're not talking about you. They're only talking about us. So if you think then, because see, then nobody's running to the front and say, me too. But somehow it's us. It's not. And for all of you over there at Secure, the Pan-Africrat,
You shade tree nigga.
y'all some suckers and never created anything, because the whole creation of your movement started here at this microphone to begin with. Now, I've said this in front of you to your faces, and I've never been debunked, because Secure the Tribe is closing the border and being under construction until further notice. That right here comes from. And in your unconscious, stupid law, the toothless wonder came to you and says, here we go, we got it. And your guy's been on and popping ever since. A bunch of men with emotional issues that run out there to quickly lie and throw out allegations that aren't even close to ever been made. But they get out here on these internet streets and start doing this sucker shit. Let me tell you, you fool with them people, you are fooling with the worst of the worst, and you can never complain about how much turmoil you come into when you're messing with people who only woke up to be in mess. Them people ain't created shit. Them people can't create shit. And all they are is a bunch of Biden suckers, as far as I'm concerned. And I've already said this to, I mean, these niggas have been in the spaces with me saying this shit in front of them. Now I know the sturdy built when she bold. I've kind of been out there, and yes, you have. And so with your whole little mind, my state thing, oh, well, we've done that very well, then haven't we, sis? But then on top of that, even spreaded that out. Can we say the same for you? You did a little thing down in Mississippi, then you jumped all over on what with the water thing. Yeah, they still got jacked up water, I guess. You still haven't really finished that one through, but who knows? See, these people have been involved with a bunch of another like sideways madness over the course of the years. So anybody that wants to keep dealing with them is wanting to deal with more mess. And right now, it looks like somebody's introduced them into the money. But if you think that we don't see the play over here, as far as the real voices of new black media, this real black grassroots, the ones who aren't taking money from people with large portfolios. Yeah, those of us over here that still staying true to the code, we ain't doing that. And we understand Pan-Africanism is only a ploy of another entity that is beyond even the damn Democrats. Because this is who gives them their marching orders. But this is who these people are now in league with. Let me explain something to you guys who will take a quick buck. It'll be nice now. Just like Consciously, Candy Tiff, and the others. You guys like their money now, but they own your soul. Now, I know for a lot of you tribe members, y'all ain't never had shit, so this is new to you. But that introduction, I hope you understand it. Y'all are not the first choice. But see, there's some of us that absolutely don't compromise. You guys are dirtbags, scumbags. And anybody that don't fucking understand that at this point, I only can speak for myself. beatzillapdx official, the independent black voice. Those of you in the chat, the real true black grassroots, not to be confused with these other weirdos, and the real authentic voices of new black media. I'm certain I speak for all parties involved when we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Family, we are out of here. It has been good to be back in the saddle. It has been a minute. But it is good to see y'all in the chat. Thank y'all for being active. Appreciate it. And this has been the weekly wrap up. This has been a good catch up. And again, when FBA reparations are a serious conversation, the haters expose themselves. And I think we have thoroughly saw that. So, man, again, thank you for everybody tuning in. Y'all make sure to catch our brother, Church of Black Power, tomorrow. And everybody else out here in among the voices of new black media. Brother Jason Black is on now. And then you also see Brother Tariq over there lighting them tethers up on TikTok. So I know everybody, because I'm busy as hell, so I'm not able to catch everything, but I see what's going on by way of just being able to catch it every now and then. So salute to everybody out here. Salute to the voices. Man, let's keep the foot to the pedal and our foot up asses over here too. You understand? Foot to ass over here too, baby. Because sometimes that's needed. And sometimes people need to, like Alpha say, need to be set out like it's trash day. Because there are people that are really, I feel, compromised. So we have to stick to the code. And sometimes that might mean not sticking with your friend. Just saying. So, with that being said, family, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can email me at outrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket, you can do so by way of CashApp. That is $ beatzillapdx. And we also got PayPal. That is Zilla Muzak. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. And so, again, family, we have had a time and feel better. Eat, and I'm about to go eat me something right now. Black Spider, thank you for being here. I see you. Salute to you, my good I5 sis. Appreciate it. Faith Speaks Life, salute to you. I don't know if Faith Speaks Life actually made it in the chat tonight, but I know you're here, so I guess I must be on the TV. So salute to all of y'all. And whoever else is not here but watching, appreciate it. So salute to y'all who are watching on the TV and not in the chat, but here and present. Yes, indeed. So y'all, have a blessed rest of the weekend and blessed week. I hope to be picking back up, but I have a kind of a hectic looking week coming up right now. So we'll see what we can't do, And hey, how do y'all like it? Like, I was able to actually get cut before the broadcast, because normally I get cut after the broadcast. I mean, that's crazy, ain't it? Like, hey, you want to get fresh for this? But that's how it works. So always remember why they hate us.
It's a cultural divide. I'm going to get it on the floor. 40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
Hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
That would never not be funny to me. Oh, that'll never not be funny to me, boy. If y'all know me, that's just me. But oh Lord. So until next time, family, y'all stay black. Oh, wait, first off, what am I doing here? First, y'all keep y'all 3 smooth stones at the ready and that slingshot nearby. Stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Have a blessed, wonderful week. Peace. And thanks for all the well wishes. I appreciate it.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yeah. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.
Yeah.